The 980 Ti was NVIDIA's latest and greatest flagship 10 years ago, but nowadays its performance isn't enough to play the latest games. Today we are fixing the performance by literally freezing the card to press every little bit of performance out of this 10-year-old flagship. But there are a lot of problems we need to fix first before we can start freezing the GPU. First of all, the freezer isn't enough to cool all the heat produced by the GPU. That's why I grabbed this old Corsair 280mm AIO, and we are going to start by drilling holes in the mounting made for CPUs to fit the 980 Ti. Now that that's done,
let's start by disassembling the card.
While we are disassembling the card, this is a brand new channel all about hardware overclocking ball knowledge, all nicely packaged for you. It would mean the world to me if you could like this video and write a nice comment and watch it till the end to not miss the secret ingredient we are going to add to lower the temperatures way below 0 degrees Celsius. But now let's continue.
And as you guys can see, this actually uses a 12-phase V-core. So it's very good for what we're going to do today, which is hopefully draw a lot of power.
Before we install the water cooler, we need to fix our biggest problem, condensation. Depending on the humidity and temperature in my room, even going below 20 degrees Celsius can cause water droplets to form on the 980 Ti. That's why
I just got Vaseline. This is like some gel. It's like oil from petroleum.
Vaseline is a thick petroleum jelly made of oils and waxes. It's hydrophobic, meaning it repels water, protecting the components underneath. And as you might know, electricity and water aren't the biggest friends. Even a tiny bit of water can cause a short circuit, turning my GPU into an expensive paperweight in an instant.
This is the front side, now finished. And this is the back side. Now the screws. These are M3.5, so this fits perfectly through the holes here. And here we have some washers, so we're gonna take a washer and a screw like this and just put it through. Let's get some thermal paste, come a bit in the middle. Yes. The thermal paste distributed nice, and now we're getting a washer. Now we have this small nut here. But now look at this. With it on, you can see the cold plate is making contact. You can see this is screwed on. So we're gonna install this in the system right now. And now if we go to setup right here, you can see the motherboard, here's the riser. This is just for some weight, so it lays flat. And now you can see the card right here. We're going to turn on the power supply and turn this on.
Let's do a deal. If this works first try, you need to like this video.
You can check the postcodes, 55, 61, 69, and posting. Okay. Let's see if we get an image. Yeah, nice. We're getting an image so far, which means the card should still work, but the biggest thing is going to be the temperatures. 40 degrees, it's running at around 400 watts. 40 degrees, yeah, that's okay.
Okay, the idea definitely works, and we are already a lot cooler than stock, even though we haven't even added ice yet, let alone the secret component we are going to add at the end.
But you can see the goop, like this looks like I did some 18 plus stuff. But this is just the VRM heating up, and the goop actually dripped down from it. So we definitely need to get a fan on this so the goop stays on it.
Yeah, we definitely need to add a few fans before the VRM actually burns a hole in my card.
I added some more fans so this like doesn't overheat. So here, back fan, one fan on the top, one fan here, one fan here. This shouldn't overheat at all. And then we have this, guys. Here's water. You cannot see it really in camera. This is just the radiator in water. And for the people who want to comment, yeah bro, but your radiator, it's going to die. I don't care, bro. And you can see the radiator is now fully submerged in water. See it here. Turn on the power supply and press the power on button. And you can see right here, here's the AIO. The temperature is 31 degrees at 44 degrees hotspot. The delta is pretty bad, this is because of the bad mounting pressure, but maybe if we have temperature problems I will fix this later. So we're drawing 460 watt in VRM, and our card is chilling at 40 degrees Celsius. That's a nice result, no?
The main game we are going to overclock for today is the brand new James Bond 007. Lowest settings at stock, we only managed to achieve around 27 to 30 FPS with the game not feeling very good. Now running at just 15 degrees under load, I was able to overclock the card to 1.6 GHz. I also added 750 MHz to the memory clock, boosting FPS by more than 25%, making the game feel much better to play.
So we actually just had our first crash at above 1.65 gigahertz, which is a lot for this card. And this is only possible due to this cooling. There's one thing I didn't show you because I thought maybe, oh yeah, this doesn't work and I don't get good enough scores. I actually overclocked it before, and the highest I could have gotten was like 1.53. So we are already 110 megahertz above what's stable before, just because we have this cooling right here.
Next up is Silent Hill F. On the stock 980 Ti running at the lowest settings FXAA, we were able to get above 75 FPS. But with the frozen card, we were once again able to achieve a 25% uplift in FPS with 37% higher 1% lows. Now a more reasonable game for this card. CS2 running at the lowest settings, we got above 370 FPS with the stock settings, but freezing and overclocking once again got us close to a 25% uplift.
I just got myself a fresh Sprite with ice because I can't look at the ice in the bucket anymore without wanting to drink some, because it's like 32, 33 degrees Celsius in here right now. Like, I'm sweating my ass off.
But now let's finally add the secret ingredient.
So guys, I've just emptied the thing, so there's barely any water in it, just so the radiator is submerged. You can see it right here, there's not much water in it. So we have space for more ice. And now I'm going to leak the special sauce, guys. No more gatekeeping. The special sauce is table salt. This is table salt, half a kilo, so around like almost a pound. And I didn't just get 500 grams because we are going to need a lot of it. I've got like 3 kilos or like 5 pounds basically of table salt. Now you're going to think, are we going to make a cooking video? No, bro, I'm not going to make a cooking video. I will put on screen the reason why we are going to use salt.
Adding salt lowers water's freezing point. This makes some of the ice melt, and melting absorbs the heat from the surrounding water, making the mixture colder.
But first off, we're going to need to start with a lot more ice. So I just put like 1 kilo of ice in there. And now we're gonna start the machine again. At idle, this card takes about 35 watts at VDD in. And the GPU temperature is 8 degrees right now. And let's see what's going to happen if we put salt in there. And here's the salt. And we're just going to dump this whole thing in there. And now this is where it actually gets dangerous, because now we are getting far below 0 degrees. We are at just 2.2 degrees on the GPU die and 0 degrees because the temperature probe can't read below 0. And we're going to add more salt. So we are about to reach 0 degrees, we are at 0.1 degrees Celsius. Look, minus 0.4 degrees Celsius, so we're officially below 0 degrees. So I'm just going to reapply the pump shit again and try to get the salt more dissolved.
Let's get back to gaming on this frozen GPU. At just 7 degrees while gaming, I managed to achieve 20 MHz more clock, giving us the last 1% of performance. I also fixed a small instability with the memory, giving us much better 0.1% lows. But our biggest enemy, condensation, started to be really visible now.
As you guys can see, I'm trying to record this with the macro lens. You can see there's like tiny water droplets on the back of the card already. But the PC is still running, there's nothing shorting out, and this is due to the Vaseline. But you can see that this is condensation, this is like water, the straight water on top. And if we take off this fan right here, I don't know how well you can see, we'll try to highlight it in the video. There's a lot of condensation on this cold plate. So I'm glad that we like reapplied Vaseline everywhere.
In Silent Hill F, we once again got 1% more FPS, same for CS2. Now is freezing your GPU really worth it? If you want to make a cool video like this one, sure, but for daily, a custom loop would have gotten you 95% of the performance with little to no effort. I also did some time spy testing to compare this to other GPUs, landing us just a bit in front of an RTX 3050. But in the 980 Ti leaderboard, we got number 6-7, which is a nice way to end this video. Thanks for watching, and I hope you learned some new ball knowledge.